This brings us to a third meaning, the Tao being how we should order our lives. If an individual has ordered his or her life to the way the Tao works, might they be able to steal the secret of heaven and earth, as described by a 3rd century Chinese scholar from the Jin dynasty? Take a few minutes and read the quote on the left side of the slide. I bet some of you are thinking to yourselves, now that sounds very religious. Notice the moral and ethical ideals in this quote. Now take a few minutes to read the quote to the right. It appears that we have moral and ethical actions on the left and then physical actions on the right. Besides the philosophical sides or theoretical expressions of Taoism, like most religious systems, there are the practical expressions. To the left, those are expressed ideals of virtue and morality for the benefit of the individual and those around him or her. Beyond the good actions, Taoism has more intuitive practical expressions, such as different styles of meditation. But for the quote on the right side are more overt actions that are conducive to health, channeling qi or vital life force, and aligning or maybe stealing the Tao that is eminent and all around one. Back in the pre-COVID classroom days, I would tend to have a video playing of a young man doing some pathetically slow and wimpy movements. I would have this playing at the beginning of the Buddhism module. The old professor would enter the classroom and ask the students what in the world they were watching. Sometimes a student or three might know it was Tai Chi being performed. I would then, of course, ask why Tai Chi was playing. Some young one might ask, is Tai Chi part of Buddhism? Then I would answer no and yes. Technically, Tai Chi Chuan, the supreme ultimate, derives from Taoism, but because this tradition and Buddhism upon its arrival shared a long history together, there was undoubtedly some confluence. In a practical sense, I would have this playing to remind the students that they could do their things on religions from East Asia, even though we were going to cover Buddhism. Another reason I had it playing was the guy in the lower right corner on the next slide has a great shirt on. A third reason is that all of this reminded me of a story I remembered back in the old days. Let me tell that story on the next slide.